Well, each year with the start of spring, those who work the land are honored at the state capitol for Ag Day. It's an opportunity for lawmakers and staff to interact with those who grow our food and enjoy an occasional tasty bite. And while the morning focuses on the festivities in the rotunda, the afternoon is reserved for honoring a select few who have left their mark on the agriculture industry. Altogether, 4 Oklahomans were honored with the Governor's Agricultural Award. In addition to Clint Roush, Brett Carver received the Outstanding Public Service in Agriculture Award for his work in improving Oklahoma's wheat crops.
I'm a wheat breeder, and what that means is I try to make wheat better. I try to do it by taking the genetics that's in the plant and tweaking it a little bit. Taking the best genetic pieces and putting them together. We call that a variety, and I call a variety a stimulus package. It's something that stimulates the economy, it stimulates a farmer's profitability, stimulates a lot of things that make our economies grow. I was always hooked on science to some degree. I've always had a fondness of agriculture, even though I didn't grow up on a farm. I still was, had that fondness, enchantment with it, a desire to be creative. You put all things like that together, you end up being a plant breeder. It just happened that way. Zora Hurston had a saying, and I really like it, I've kind of stuck with it throughout my career. She said that research is poking and prying with a purpose. Poking and prying with a purpose, that's exactly what we're doing. We're just poking and prying. But there's a rhyme and reason to that. It's a formalized curiosity, as she said, and that's exactly what we do. When I see or hear a farmer say something about a wheat variety as if they own it, my Duster did this or my Gallagher did this, that tells me we made the connection. And that to me is probably the most satisfying part of this job. We made the connection.
President and CEO of Greenleaf Nursery, Randy Davis, received the Governor's Agricultural Environmental Stewardship Award.
We're on the banks of the Tenkiller Lake. It's basically on 3 sides of us. So we're surrounded, and we take it very serious. We live here, so we care about it, and it's a great lake, and we like to get out and fish on it ourselves and enjoy it. So we take it very serious. So we have 7 reservoirs strategically stationed across the nursery here, and we catch all of our runoff water and recycle it. We have about 40 miles of plastic houses here. That serves basically as a solar panel that collects the heat. So these houses will stay about 15 to 25 degrees warmer than the outside temperature. And that saves us from using natural gas or propane to heat these houses, so it saves a lot of energy there. So all of it's covered in the fall to protect for the winter, and we have to take it off in the summertime. We'll use a round hay baler to actually bale it up like a round bale of hay. And then we'll prepare that, put it on a pallet so that it can be loaded and sent to the recyclers. Chemicals are very important to us, and not overusing chemicals. So we started using the IPM so that we actually have scouts that go out, and every day they're scouting our nursery. So they're looking for diseases, any kind of insects. Then we'll go out and spot spray so that we can actually take care of the problems as they're needed to be taken care of. Plants will always be needed. Plants are great for us. They make you feel better when you're around them if you have plants, and everybody likes to go out into a garden and enjoy it. Plants are a good thing that I think will always be in vogue, always be needed.
And the Governor's Outstanding Legacy in Agriculture Award went to the late Quintus Herron, who was honored for transforming the timber industry in southeastern Oklahoma.
Quintus was one of those people that really had the it factor. They didn't come around very often like him, and he really had that extra spark of life, and he conveyed it through his work, through the community, through this timber business, and definitely through his family. So I think I can speak for all his grandkids saying that that's what he really left for us. Not just the business or anything, but just the values he instilled upon us were really important.
Quintus was a pioneer in his field, and he developed several tree farming methods which are now common across the South.
One of my favorite parts of working for my family is getting to hear from countless loggers or people from this area who had the privilege of working with my grandpa Quintus, and they might say, I learned everything I know about the logging woods from your grandpa, and that just really means a lot, and it makes it a lot of fun to continue his work and follow in his footsteps. You just really couldn't beat the kind of guy he was, so he's definitely deserving of this award, and and his family feels great that he's selected, and we're happy to be able to receive it on his behalf.
Now we'll have more on each of these recipients in the coming weeks.